And we're live now. So here we go. You ready?
5.
No, we're at 9,
3,
10. And this is the Swami Malt Podcast. I am Sammy.
And I'm Walt.
We are Swami Malt. We are going to be a podcast about traveling and dining out, checking things out. Our slogan is travel and chow.
Since 1990 now.
There we go. Walt wasn't even a thought back in 1990 now. So we'll see how this all plans out. So going forward on our first podcast, we wanted to just go do something simple. And we went to go eat at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Down here on Riverfront Drive.
Oh, next to Scheidl's Music.
Next to Scheidl's Music, exactly. That has been an institution down there for as long as I can remember. It's been there forever.
Yeah, and then I take drum lessons at Scheidl's.
We do. I don't know if that has a lot to do with McDonald's.
Well,
we stop there a lot after drum lessons.
See, it has to do with McDonald's because I go to Scheidl's and I always see McDonald's there.
There
because the billboard's so big and it's a big building.
I suppose. All
that
right.
they
I'll
just
give you that.
refurbished.
Yes. So yes, the building down there is somewhat renovated. The inside is very different than what it used to be pre-pandemic.
Yeah. When we went in there, the first thing we noticed is that there's no soda machine visible, so you can get your own drinks now.
Right.
At that restaurant.
Yes.
At that.
It's very different. We haven't actually been in that restaurant for 2 years now.
2 years. Over
We've always
2
just
years.
done drive-through or the get and go kind of thing, and then whatever. So actually, eating in the restaurant was very different today because it looked so different.
It was so different. The soda machine was gone and was replaced by 2 packets of ketchup.
2 bins full of packets of ketchup. That's all that's there. There isn't even napkins anymore.
Isn't napkins over there? You have to get them napkins with your food, or you have to ask for them.
Yeah. So when I go to McDonald's, one of the reasons I like going to McDonald's is because no matter what, and I say this as a compliment, you're always going to be disappointed because you know exactly what you're getting. You know that the burger isn't going to be perfect.
And you know it isn't going to be good to say.
Good is a relative term. Good is all different to someone else's palate. The fries aren't always going to be the best because like today, they were a little bit cold. They didn't have that crispness like they usually do.
Yeah, and you got to get the fries nice and crisp.
They do.
Not too crisp.
You gotta have the good salt on there.
Not burnt. Just in the Goldilocks, I would just call it.
Walt calls it the Goldilocks.
Call it the Goldilocks zone.
So, I usually get like a number 1 with a Coke, and that's the Big Mac. And you get your fries. You can see in the picture that was my Big Mac there.
And I usually get a double bacon cheeseburger.
But
sometimes... Today I got just a double cheeseburger, and I got it. I tried to get it in a meal actually, but they say they don't serve meals for double cheeseburgers, so I had to order everything separate. Yes. So I had to order the fries separate, and I had to order the drink separate, and then the burger.
Right.
So it took out like a minute from usually just ordering the meal.
Just because we were ordering it.
Yeah.
Yes. Getting it to us was fine.
Getting it to us was the usual time. It didn't take too long. Especially since when we went to McDonald's, there's few people in the drive-thru and actually in the restaurant.
Yeah, it was pretty dead in there. We went right at 11, so it was pretty quiet.
Yeah, so it was really quiet. You could see the staff. It kind of looked like they wanted us to use the touchscreen.
Right, but I refused.
But we didn't want to do that because it's bad.
I stood up at the counter and just waited for someone to come and wait on me.
Yeah.
Which is the way it should be. I think so. So now going forward, I got my Big Mac, and you can see in the picture that I lifted it up just to show what it looked like. It didn't look like it was crazily put together. Everything looked good except for my pickles they are always in a stack, kind of like that. And so I'll just kind of spread out my pickles a little bit so I'll get a bite of pickle through every piece of the hamburger.
On the topic of pickles, my burger came with 2 pickles.
Right.
And when we were taking the photo, you see in this shot, I opened up the bun and once I put it back, one of the pickles fell out.
Right.
And I didn't really notice it. So when I got done eating my burger, Sammy was like, "Can I have that pickle?" And before she gave me any time to respond,
I just took it and ate it.
She just took it and ate it.
Because a McDonald's pickle, and it even had some ketchup on it, it's so tasty.
Yeah.
You know, there's something about a McDonald's pickle. You don't want to just eat them by themselves usually, but this one had some of the ketchup hamburger flavoring on it, and so it makes it even better.
Yeah, but so she stole my pickle, but other than that, pickles were good. I only got one to share throughout my entire burger. So
yes,
they only gave me 2. I lost one.
I was lucky. I got 3.
She got 3, but then she took one of mine.
He's actually pointing at me right now. You guys can't see that. He's pointing at me like, "How dare you? You took my pickle."
She's greedy. She took my pickle.
Well, I paid for the meal, so I can do whatever I want, right?
I guess that's true. But I only got 2 pickles, and then once you took my pickle, you got 4 pickles.
That's true.
So she got double 4 times the amount I got.
Well, I guess. Well, no.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, 3 times. No.
7 times more?
3 more pickles.
I got
3 more pickles than me.
Yeah.
Because I only had 1.
Yeah.
After she took 1.
So our burgers were good. I thought my burger was fine. You know, it tasted good. Had a good salty flavor to the meat like McDonald's always does. The cheese on there was good. The lettuce is good. So, I mean, you can't always go wrong with a Big Mac.
Yeah, the singular pickle on my burger was good.
Right.
I wish I had a little more. Maybe.
Moving on from pickles.
Maybe 1 more.
Yeah. But your burger itself was tasty. It had that good salty combination of cheese and the ketchups and.
Yeah, my burger was good, especially with the combination of my Coke I got. And
yes, McDonald's Coke is the best Coke.
We got a Coke and it was bigger.
They were huge. You can see in the pictures that it was we didn't ask for that big a Coke. It's just what we got.
Yeah,
they were huge.
They're bigger than my hand.
It's taller than your hand stands up. Yeah.
Yeah. So which is crazy.
It's a lot of Coke. I drink a third of mine and then I threw it away because it's just too much Coke.
I decided to bring mine home.
You did?
And then I just had it throughout the past 2 hours.
Yeah, well, you finished it a long time ago now.
I drank it past the 2 hours. And then
well, you drank it. I know, but you finished it an hour ago because we had sat down a while ago and we tried recording this before, but something went wrong and it lost our recording. It didn't keep going for whatever reason. So now we're doing it again. So his Coke's been long gone.
Yeah,
long gone.
We recorded for like 20 minutes,
it was
give
perfect,
or take,
yeah. And yeah,
we loved it. But
I was so mad that it didn't record this.
It only recorded 2 minutes of the actual audio.
Yeah.
So it kind of cut off mid-sentence, so we couldn't even use that for the video.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So our fries were good. I mean, they were good, but they weren't great because they had been sitting there like you would notice before. You could see 5 or 6 of them sitting up in their warming area, their staging area for the fries.
Yeah, they're making so many fries, but like I said earlier, there wasn't a lot of customers and not a lot of people in the drive-through.
Yeah,
so they were just sitting there for like, give or take like 5 to 10 minutes.
Sure.
In the heating lamp, which made them
they
not
just
the
weren't
best.
as good. You know, that's just not how it works. Yeah. But our meal was good. Service was good. It does look very different in there because of their remodel. And so it looks very sterile. It's clean, but it was just, I don't know. It didn't look like a regular McDonald's.
Yeah, it was very simplistic and modern feeling, which I get what they're trying to do right now, make it more modern for the new times.
Right, but there's still something about a McDonald's that had the orange and the yellows and all the colors and the reds and everything that were all over the place.
Yeah, right now it's just like, it was gray.
Yeah, it's all gray. It's just not the same anymore.
It's not the same. It doesn't.
I miss the old school McDonald's.
Doesn't have the soda machines.
Yeah, and you've got to be able to get your own sodas.
Yeah, so then you can make a combination of every single drink.
He likes to make a suicide.
I like to make a combination of every single drink that they have in the soda machine.
Right.
But it's really good once you do that. I would recommend it. It tastes good.
It's not my thing, but he does like it, so it's okay.
Speaking of not your thing.
Right.
My thing is fries with barbecue on them.
He hates barbecue.
I hate barbecue fries.
I like dipping my fries in the barbecue sauce because that's the way it should be.
Today at the McDonald's restaurant, we got 2 packets of barbecue. So we shared one of them, and I decided to try it because she was talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to have one, and it just left a bitter taste in my mouth. I didn't like it.
I think it's just perfectly sweet. It's better than ketchup, gives you a good flavor. And McDonald's barbecue sauce is top notch.
It is.
As simple as it is, it's just top notch.
It is. Instead of barbecue, I like to dip my fries in like a Frosty.
Well, that's good too.
Ice cream.
Salty and the sweet, that's great.
Salty
If we
and
could have
sweet.
done that.
I would have done that if we could have.
Yeah. I mean, we go to Wendy's, but the Wendy's fries suck.
The Wendy's fries
To dip them into
suck.
the Frosty. So, I mean, you could make a run across town. But anyway, that's a different story for a different day.
Yeah.
Because that's a different restaurant.
That's a different restaurant.
And we want to try and just keep this as simple as we can for our reviews. But today, McDonald's was good.
Today, McDonald's good.
I give it an 8, maybe, 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. I would give it... I don't really like the simplicity and the more modernness. And I would have to reduce some points
Sure.
from 7 out of 10 because they didn't have a soda machine. And I really like having a soda machine
That's
at
true.
fast food restaurants so I can make my own soda.
Right.
So
Yes,
I would reduct 2 points for not that. So I'll give it a 5 out of 10. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst.
That works. That works for me
Yeah.
too. So that's our review of McDonald's. We're going to try and bring these to you every couple weeks because especially once summer starts, we're going to be out camping a lot. And we like to go checking out new places. So we'll give you reviews on campsites, places to visit while we're going around Minnesota, restaurants.
Restaurants, we do a lot of restaurants.
We do.
Especially, I like dessert restaurants where they serve dessert.
Well, that's most restaurants.
Well,
There's always a dessert.
especially-
Whether it be ice cream or a apple pie at
We should-
McDonald's.
There was they added a new shelving unit. at
They did. They
McDonald's.
had some weird little things in there. I don't know.
It was-
didn't look like it was good for
It was
me, so
only 5
They had
things.
some kind of apple fritter and
So-
something else.
Yeah, they have cinnamon roll, apple pie, apple fritter, and then cookie and a muffin.
Yeah, something like that.
So
yeah.
there was only a few options, and they only had one of each.
Right.
So it's kind of bland. And each one, I looked at the menu, and each one cost like $3 to $4.
Yeah.
Which
Which
especially
is a lot for a fast food dessert.
especially a cookie like this.
Yeah, which was tiny. I can make my own cookies.
Yeah, we make our own cookies. They're better.
True. So please keep checking out our podcast. Subscribe. We'll have this channel up on YouTube. This is where the link will be provided. We're also going to be checking out a lot of things this summer. Like we'll be in Grand Marais this summer for a month, and we're going to be eating at World's Best Donuts.
Yes, which they are good donuts, but I've heard there's many places that claim to be the world's best. So we've only checked out that one place. So we
Right.
don't know for sure. It's just a matter of opinion, I would say.
Right. But going forward, that's what we're going to be doing. So again, this is the Swami Malt Podcast, and I'm Sammy.
And I'm Walt.
Thanks for checking us out, and we hope to see you again. Bye.
See ya.
And now it's time for some bloopers.
5,
10,
4,
9,
3,
8,
2,
7,
1.
64,
Bum, 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 bum,
5,
bum, bum,
and
bum,
1.
bum, bum, bum,
Welcome to
bum,
the Swami Malt Podcast.
bum, bum.
Oh, well.